Hi, welcome back. Welcome to the Warlike Raf show, and welcome if you're currently here in the live premiere. I appreciate it. Today we have yet another exclusive whipping. This time it's Bette Hayward that steps on in. Okay, we'll be covering that later on today. Make sure to stick around for that. As well, we're going to talk about some of the most recent, more serious events which have taken place with Lance Kelly, also known as Earthworm Infotainment, as he was swatted on a live YouTube stream. That may come as a shock to some, and for others, maybe it was to be expected, especially if there's those in the background that have a grudge against the likes of Lance and the family in general, possibly. We'll be looking at that. I'll share with you a clip as well and just give you my thoughts, brief analysis on that, because I can give my thoughts because I have seen it happen elsewhere with other humans out there. So we try and understand and break it down who is responsible and if there's any links to previous people. I'm sure Lance himself will have an idea, but there's no harm in an outside force trying to take it in from a different point of view, okay? As well, what we're going to do is just continue some of the odd few comments and stories from people's perspectives who have shifted away from Salty Pancakes channel, just fill in the gaps if there is any, as well as just check the comments out in general which were from the previous videos, right? If there's any key questions, key pieces of information, we can go over it and then spread awareness right now so everyone can see it, okay? And we'll probably start with that first to allow people to come on in, to allow Bette Hayward to make her VIP entrance. And I'm sure Miss T will follow hand in hand somehow. And maybe Inky manages to roll in as well. I don't know, in some kind of like bingo ball machine, but you know, time will tell, of course. Shout out to Awesome Destroyer, a long-time viewer who originated from the Kenny Veach case coverage for his super chat last night. Indiana, I think, or maybe that was the night before. Shout out to Indiana anyway. Good of them. You know, if you're just joining on in now or returning back, yes, I did cover a Kenny Veach video, very recent. I can provide a link down below in the pinned comments section so you can watch it. It's to do with the missed call, in which Kenny Veach's account made a call to one of the Veach family members, as well as later activity, more recent, in which the app was manually removed from their device. So more about that in the video with screenshots provided. If you also want to check out the last video I did and you want to see the whipping of Miss T and also some very wild map time, probably the most wild it's ever been, that link will be down below as well in the pinned comment section, so you can check that out too, okay? Now, before we continue any more, this video, bits and bobs merged together, right? Dylan Rounds, I have created the next video idea, okay? In recent time, because not everyone will know, if the odd message has come about, the odd email, the odd screenshot, or, you know, bits of information provided by different people, it's all about pairing it up, first of all. So that is in association with that. Separating the bits of information which are of different stories or events, which may sound similar but aren't the same thing, and grouping the material together and maybe combining it with one another as it will complement each one, or a nice contrast between them, but can be bulked up into one video. And the reason why, so then the length of the video is suitable, practical, and also allows people to comment in the live chat box. And just like today, feel free to share your thoughts, opinions, and reactions in the chat. As for the next video, providing there is no chaos or I don't have to defend myself next time round, the next video will be dedicated and focused and concentrated on the Dylan Rounds case with some interesting findings. regarding previous visits by some, and it does include the talk about Kurt Wadsworth and pancakes, because they were there at the same time. More about that coming soon. Just be on the lookout for that video. And also what I do want to say, just before I forget, is when you look back, whether it be Lance Kelly or Salty Pancakes, there's been different times, several times, where I've raised positive points about them, whether it be something to do with one of their videos, or something to do with their consistency, or something to do with covering the case, a positive, explaining, giving a strength, and then maybe balancing it out with a weakness, right? When it comes to the audience members, some of them, not all, but some of them from those channels, when they come on in, all they listen to are the weaknesses, and they don't listen to me giving the strengths of these people. So then they just think it's all one-sided, but it's not. It is somewhat balanced, but they fail to understand that. That's their problem, okay? So with all that out of the way, let's look back at the comments and see where we are at currently. Here we are, arrange it to the newest, start from the bottom. We haven't got too many comments here, but the other ones do branch over from the previous video, and there are some of the more important ones, but we will get to them, don't worry. Pack and Go saying, this video was a long time coming. Was it now? Okay. Jack Clyn says, I was late and missed the premiere, so here goes. I'll make a start on catching it up. Let me know your thoughts on the video, Jack Clyn. Were you able to survive it? Were you able to watch it from start to finish without the blood pressure rising too much? Let me know. Vonda, dangling a whip. I love it. War. I've been with you since you started on Kenny. I love your channel, lol. There are certainly a lot of people who deserve the whip and not in a good way. Don't ever change a thing. By the way, I miss the animals. So shout out to Vonda. It's good of her to still be around to this day and watch. So they're a good person. When you say you miss the animals, which animals? The animal sounds, animal impressions, or the actual physical animals like the gorillas and the orangutan and the polar bear and the penguin, etc. that I've got laying about? Let me know, because maybe they can make an appearance down the line. I mean, at one point they were used as a way of cleansing the air, a slight distraction from all the chaos, right? Though some of the gorillas did come in handy when that B team had to go out and rescue Gorilla Jack from Uganda, which was a success. But yeah, it's all good. As for the bit about there's a lot of people that need whipping, yeah, that's true. But I guess to a point you got to have selective whipping. You know, you can't just go about and just whip everyone, because it ruins the experience. It ruins the meaning, the specialness of the whip. It's like a ritual in a way, a pathway in life. And only so many people enter and pass through. Now, the key thing is, I would say 100% success rate in people surviving the whip. So it clearly shows these people are battle hardened, ready, experienced maybe, whatever, right? I've not used the whip yet and they've like fallen down and like, oh, I can't take no more. Actually, that I might be wrong there. What about SpongeBob Soggy Pants? I don't know if it was Miss T or Inky, but someone said that Soggy Pants' bottom was slightly tilted because of the amount of whipping taken on one side of the cheek. Said it was a bit imbalanced. Did he recover from that? Probably not, because he's sitting a bit wonky at the moment. He's not exactly upright. So, okay, maybe some people have failed the test. As said, Kathy Waters, yeah, I don't think there's a whip big enough in the world for her, but most of the whips have gone on strike, you know, when they've seen her, like, walked away. No whipping there. I don't blame the whips, right? Do you really want to be using a whip on a chemical disaster from Chernobyl? No, not at all. Well, let's move on with the comments. Wanda, saying funny and very entertaining. Thank you. I don't think Wanda was present during the live premiere unless she was lurking in the darkness. Oh, Wanda. But yeah. What's this one? Buster Bratimus. I'll be honest, Buster. Whenever I see your name, Buster Bratimus, I keep thinking of Optimus. Buster Optimus Prime. You're going to turn into a robot or something. Anyway. Saying Ty Corbin investigating Aidan Clune's disappearance update. Now, once again, good news. Buster was able to leave a comment with the link and there was no censoring by YouTube. It wasn't taken away. The comment is public and viewable and clickable. That is good. About time. We're seeing a bit more consistency with that in recent time, which is good to see. But yeah, you could click on it, but you can click on it yourself if you are interested. So, yeah, Ty Corbin's uploaded a couple of short videos in recent time. Actually, no, they're not short videos because they're over a minute long, but they're in the short aspect ratio format, okay? About being in the area, partially looking for Dylan, doing like a tour of the area, and more recently to do with Aidan. But the backstory behind that, and I will briefly say it now because, yeah, a bit of a long story. It's something to do with salty pancakes, once again, and Ty Corbin. Supposedly, Ty Corbin reached out to salty pancakes first of all, conversations back and forth. Aidan Clune came into the conversation. Salty Pancakes said he's a genius, he's a master manipulator, he's able to play psychological warfare, he's able to make Ty Corbin slip up or something, from Ty Corbin saying he didn't know about this or about the area or about the people in the area, but then later he ends up saying he did know about them and he's talked to them for years. And then Salty Pancakes was going on there or something. Pancakes was telling Ty Corbin to go to these areas to seek information and get knowledge of Aidan Clune's whereabouts or something, but Pancakes was playing him at his own game or something. You know, it was like messy like that. And then Pancakes in a phone call said, right, I'm going to come down with 4 guys and a gun or something, right? And then we're going to come to your house. And then Ty's like, no, you better not be doing that. Or, you know, I've got guns as well. So it was kind of like all back and forth like that. And then obviously Kaylee on top was reacting and going at it. But to be honest, you know, when playing that like little call thing, it's like Kaylee's over speaking, yap, 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 yap. Fuck me. So hopefully that clears that up for you regarding Ty Corbin recently looking into Aidan, some kind of influence with Pancakes or so. Like this calling behind the scenes and reaching out to one another despite hating each other for some time. This is where it's problematic, right? When it's so back and forth, that's what creates the instability. That's where it feels quite fractured, right? What are you meant to believe? What will happen next? And, you know, some of the people out there, more so the content creators, the dodgy ones, right? The way they may behave at times, the way they might play psychological mind games and tricking people, whatever. When they do that, even if they change down the line and they become a better person, I still would be very wary, you know? I'd still be cautious. And behaviour like that can drag on and can stick with you on like how people perceive you with time. So if you are within a serious case and you're trying to make sense of it, or you want to push a certain finding, a bit of evidence, are you more or less likely to be believed in comparison to other people? Probably less likely believed because of what you've done in the past and how you've behaved. So there is that. Moving on, we've got Mad Mabel. Uh-oh. Looks like we've got some breaking news on top of everything else. Mad Mabel has returned. She's been very, very quiet for some time. Bella V wondering where she went, and maybe some other people in between, such as Weedleby. But here we go. What does Mad Mabel say? Raffy poo. Mabel getting jealous because you not spank her in a long time. Mabel being a bad girl, Raffy. Oh no, here we go again. Oh, Mabel. Mabel. You can't keep stable, can you? You know, Mabel, maybe if you were around more often during the potato invasion, maybe Mabel, if you sat on Kathy Waters' head and crushed it like a watermelon, then maybe you'd be getting whips 24/7. But that ain't happening at this moment in time. You say you've been a naughty individual, though I've not seen any naughty behaviour. I think other people have taken that spot in recent time. Isn't that right, Miss T? But yeah, I mean, I was under the assumption Mad Mabel walked away, wasn't able to sit down for some time after that onslaught with the whip, right? But I guess she's recovered now, which is a positive. I guess we'll see what happens next because, you know, as people should know by now, you've got to wait your turn as there is a whip list. There is a waiting appointment, okay? Move from one individual to another. So I'm sure it'll come about. Indiana saying, my mind has gone blank. What just happened? So maybe Indiana, you were looking through the keyhole too long and then noticed Wes Stump get a little too close to it. Or you came across some mushrooms you've never seen before. Or, I don't know, maybe you rolled down a hill, met Jill, and the cow came following after. I don't know. Like, maybe Indiana just ask Linda Cushing Matrix for some bottles. That might help you. It might regroup your thoughts. Unless Bella V's already finished the lot. We'll have to see. Jacqueline, haha, that is where Laurie Vallow has her wheel of fortune. Oh, yeah, I think that was to do with the car wash part where you had that dial and it spun about. Christy B. When I think of Christy B, why does that sound like a name of a rapper? Christy B in the house. I don't know. Saying yo. Already kicking it off with yo. Christy transitioning into the streets. There we go. Yo. I love the rapping, Rafi. My brain got confused with all these dodgy profile names in chat, so I fell asleep half time. Watch the second half now. So funny. You're a real talent. By the way, I was wondering where Famous Op is and if she's okay. So Christy isn't the only one that got a bit confused with what went on last night. I'm sure it'll wear off the confusion with time. It's just one of those things. But as for Famous Op probably does watch the videos afterwards. She said she's been busy in recent time with work, just down to the finishing times, not like correlating with the times of the live video premieres, so she does miss them. As for weeks and weeks ago, she said she was ill, so there was a bit of a delay there in recovering. So yeah, she is okay, just busy. Let's move on. Is that it for the comments here? Okay, let's move on to some of the more important comments on the previous video. So one of the threads that was updated was the pancakes one about taking off the wig. And below it, some person did leave a comment saying, called legal, why do the Wadsworths owe you money, pancakes? Wasn't it a donation by you for using their name and Kurt in so many videos? If I were them, I would submit you an invoice for even more money, having gained so much off of Kurt's name. Salty replies, gained? Are you stupid or behind? Nobody fucking gained. If you had 33 seconds of common sense, gave all the money away to members, you effing loon. Okay? Legal says, prove it. You made way more than what you gave away. Also, what diagnosis do you have? It's clear you have some mental condition, speaking of loon. Pancakes responds by saying, I proved it many times during a live stream, even showed my back panel. I gave over $6,000 away. What have you done? What has the people you support done? Nothing. Remember that. Prove your mouth next time. Stop hiding behind sock accounts. You fools cannot even be real with yourself and you want me to prove it. Laughing my backing ass off. GTFO. So GTFO, get the fuck out. Well, you're the one visiting Pancakes, so shouldn't you do that? I mean, I can imagine Kathy Waters, someone else, is a type of person to go onto someone's channel and tell the channel owner to walk away from the channel. It's like, excuse me, who do you think you are? Exactly. Legal says, in response, what do you deem as proof is still doctored by you. I'm not the one on a platform now taken away, lol, saying I gave it all away. I'm not the one trying to get a donation back from the people I made my whole channel off of. Get back on your medicine, bruh. Also, who do I support? Salty? So easy for you to clump everyone together without taking accountability for your own foul actions against former subs. All I would say is, if Pancakes feels like he's getting attacked left, right and centre, it might simply be because he has more enemies now than he did in the past. Some of it self-inflicted, right? Let's move on. We go further on up. We've got some newer comments. Just try and find them. Was it this one? It might be this one. Pack and go. Damn, Salty Pancakes and his cult really is astonishing. They shouldn't be on YouTube. All the garbage they say about you and us who watch you, and I don't even know them or they know any of us. I like your hair. It's clean and a full head of hair, and you're positive and healthy looking, or hide behind a cartoon, lol. Anyway, you rock. Solid Warlike Ref, you don't fall for the BS and keep moving forward, which other low-life channels should learn from, but they're too far gone, for good reason. So shout out to Tara, okay, also known as Granny Tara, the new cookie baker, providing the milk as well. Wow. So, yep. Let's move on. So here's some of the newer comments. Badger Life from 20 hours ago. I listened to part of Pancake's Heads live the other day, and he was screaming at everyone that no one called his job and defended him after being fired. Well, maybe that's because when he got fired, he went live and told everyone that Jim didn't get him fired. He quit to do YouTube full time. So what is the truth, Salty? Seems like you're telling on yourself now. So, 8 months ago, you knew things were being removed from a crime scene and you said nothing. You knew drugs were being manufactured in Montello, but you said nothing. You also claimed child trafficking is going on, but you told nobody until now. So how many children have been trafficked in that 8 months whilst you sat on that information? Shit cussing miss me with your BS. Was that some kind of gang language then? Yo, shit cussing me with your Miss BS. I can't do that. Also, I'm not on that level. I'm not on Badger's level, okay? So this is the thing. Come across Badger, okay? Whether Badger's hungry or not, looking for the moles in the ground, not on people's faces, as some of the rejects do out there. But that aside, completely unrelated. You got Badger plowing it down, man. Yeah. Anyway, I think I get mixed up at times between that bloody Fast and Furious crossover with the Dodge Charger. That's not Badger, it's Weezer. Oh, God. How am I supposed to keep up with all this? I can't. It's going fast, turbocharged. But yeah, I mean, this is the thing, and maybe it can apply to not just Pancakes, but other people out there who may know stuff but don't really do much with it. You know, with what Badger has listed there, Pancakes knowing this, knowing that, calling people out on this and that, it's like, have you reported it to the right set of people? The correct authority? Yes, no? If not, then that's probably not helpful, right? Because you can use that to gauge the genuinity of what they supposedly know of, right? treat it like a brookie situation. You could say to an extent salty pancakes is similar to brookie, that they may know something or claim to, but they won't do much with it. Why? Because maybe there isn't anything at the end of the day, and if they hand it into the police or talk to the police, then the police are just going to dismiss it completely, right? Like, what other reason behind it would there be for not, like, reporting it or calling the authority about it? Is it because they're threatened, silenced? Well, it can't be silenced because they're still going it like a broken record over and over again. You see what I mean? People can keep saying, I've got this, I've got this, I've got this, but they don't do much with it, maybe because they don't have anything. Kind of like with Brookie when it came to that whole relationship report being formed with Brenner in jail. Yeah, didn't really work out that, did it? No. Oh, there's a reply. Legal saying, right, why does Salty think anyone owes him money that he donated to those criminals he was defending? He made his whole show off of their names. Perhaps he should pay them more. So, Pancake's paying these people to appear on the shows left, right, centre in the past, talking to Kurt, listening to Kurt, taking it out on others, etc. If Kurt doesn't like someone, then Pancakes doesn't like them either. Kind of like the Doug, no thanks, and Candice Cooley situation. You know exactly what I'm saying there. Where you start mimicking the behaviour, the attitudes, you start becoming more similar with likes and dislikes with that individual, and your outlook on external people too changes. Yeah. And as well, recently there was that live stream where Salty Pancakes was calling out Kurt Wadsworth and, you know, just criticising him and saying everything, calling him out on this and that. And it's like, why that sudden change, you know? Is it because Pancakes doesn't want to associate with Kurt anymore? Because Pancakes feels a bit of a prat? Felt like he's been led on by Kurt? Or just, you know, times changed, moved on to another individual out there? I don't know. Let me know your thoughts regarding that. Let's just back out that. Move on to the next comment. Tom Evans saying, maybe the salt guy should be ignored. This guy is the type that could blow. Well, maybe he does blow, but I don't really need to know about that. I know this is something that most of us have seen in him. Just ignore him and get away from him. We will all be better off if we do. Well, as said, whilst covering these bits and bobs, right, sometimes it's not always appropriate to include with the Dylan Rounds videos, and that's hence why some of these videos have been separate, right, for good reason. So there is trouble. It's contained, right? And just as a heads up, Tom Evans, in case you've joined late, the next video will be dedicated and focused on Dylan Rounds and only Dylan Rounds' case and the people involved within that, okay? So it's all good there. But yeah, I remember Tom Evans saying, you know, Pancakes could be a bit of a dangerous individual. Do I agree with that? Well, many humans out there can become dangerous. Some, though, are dangerous to begin with, right? And what category does Pancakes fall under? Let me know your thoughts down below in the chat. Obviously, with losing a channel here and there, as well as subscribers, mods, viewers over time, that could cause a bit of frustration, right? Start taking it out on others. I mean, is there a possibility that, although not related, Kurt Wadsworth and his meltdown is similar to Salty Pancake's meltdown, losing one's grip of reality? Is that a possibility? For different reasons, but the tension, the stress is building with time, maybe. But let's just move on. Confluence. Here we go with a new comment. Says, I believe what Salty Mike shared regarding BPD was due to his own diagnosis, likely in his own life. Shared video was to convey that people should not be treated differently with it. Okay. YouTube should definitely do a background checks and mental assessments on creator applications. Too many prey on and exploit good subs. Happy to send you email thread. Messages between Salty and If You Like from summer to fall 2022. To be clear, Salty applauded PORN Revenge stream by Doug about me re-uploaded second month of 2023, having left Doug's way back in November 2021 and Salty's in August 2022, even off YouTube, uninvolved in any shenanigans. Okay. Originally, when I was Salty's mod last summer, Salty asked for all the dirt on Doug from a few of us. When he was vehemently after Doug, though, I simply wanted to tell my side of the story. Show proof finally. R.E. Doug, and wasn't about Salty showing up at Doug's house like he posted he was going to do. It was actually a paid job to be able to put out my story with proof against Doug, and had to ask Salty many times to get my money returned since he didn't come through on the video. That's just a bit of additional backstory behind Confluence and her experience in the past, which was negative, right? Jacqueline says, Salty appears to love having people around him and thinks he's the big man to talk badly to them and behind their backs. I don't have time for men like that. I did subscribe to his channel but couldn't stand the squeaky mouse noise when a serious bit of talk was going on. Are you talking about Kaylee? I'm sorry that lots of people have been badly treated by him. He's a loser. Okay, so that's it for the comments. Just wanted to catch up on some of these because there were like additional ones. It's good of the people to add on their stories and, background. Oh, where's my headband? Where's my headband on? I need to get it. It's my time to shine. Bette. Yes, it's your time to shine. Bette Hayward. Shout out in the house right now. It's time for the whipping appointment session to commence. Now, I did ask Bette what sort of whip, you wanted to use, the XL, the high resistance, or the standard. And Bette said she wants the small one. I was kind of taken back for a second because I was thinking, do I even have a small whip? Then I remembered, of course, I have them in all shapes and sizes. Do not get that out of context, okay? Now, obviously, Bette Hayward is probably new to this type of stuff. When it comes to Miss T is a seasoned veteran. She knows what it's like. She's been through all kinds of scenarios and environments. Exactly. More about that later, because Miss T says she wants round 2. Already? Hold it down, calm down. I mean, Miss T is making the stamina of a horse look amateur. Wow. But this is about Bette's time. Bette's time, yeah. Okay. Bette could be a little bit nervous of the whip. So you got to bring some homegrown comforts, right? Considering Bette Hayward likes bad boys. Yeah, Bette. Bad boys, where are they? Right here, okay? Bad Boy 2000. I've got the tough looking hat. And of course, the most important feature, the dog tags are here. Yo, you don't know what it's like, man. I got the dogs out right now. Bette Hayward, approving of the dog tags, of course. Chain gang, 666, no trees, unite together. Boom, there we go. And of course, I've proven I can rap here and there, so it's all good. So hopefully, Bette Hayward, you feel more at home, more comforting now, considering the bad boys are in town. Yes. Now, some other, items about like these. What are these doing? Oh no, don't worry, Bette. Fucking hell, Miss T. Miss T, what are you doing? Leaving handcuffs laying about. Anyone could get a hold of them. Yeah. Anyway, where do we begin? Betty? Betty? Are you there? Don't be hiding. It's fine. It'll be okay. Oh, Betty, are your eyes moving about rapidly like some kind of CCTV ballpoint camera? Betty, Betty, Betty. Keep your eyes centered on the screen and look forwards, okay? You gonna do that for me, Betty? Good. So, I guess you would like to be introduced to the whip right now. You ready for the big reveal? Let me just move these dog tags around me. And actually, before we continue anymore, considering there was a few people in the chat yesterday that were very observant, the first thing that came to their eyes was, is Warlike Raf's nips hard or not? Very interesting for people to jump to that conclusion. But do you know what? Whilst we're at it, we might as well adapt on the spot. Are my nipples hard? Let me see. That one is kind of... Why is that one soft? The left one is soft. The right one is a little bit more harder, okay? Does it show? Yes, it kind of does. Now, am I going to get done? Ooh, expose. No, it's all under control. It's all censored. There's nothing to see here, man. Nothing to see, okay? I'm sure there'll be someone in the chat right now that's like, oh, could I have another look? I didn't quite see it. Well, don't worry, man. I got you covered. And, you know, Kathy Waters steps on in with the parrot. Yeah, there you go. Fucking, you get a good view now. It's in perfect sight now. It's focused in. It's locked in. Yeah, there you go, man. Ow! Did Kathy's parrot bite my nip? Naughty. Okay. Now, I'm sorry, Betty Hayward. I apologise for that. You know, very unnecessary, but you know what some people are like. And also, one thing just to highlight, these dog tags, the story, the meaning behind them could probably guide you on your journey, Betty Hayward. Well, maybe at least one of them can. What does one of them say? I've just remembered the actual text is back to front because of the stupid mirror mode. This says Battlefield 4. Battlefield 4 was a video game. So I'm sure Inky, yes, Inky plugged in, should be approving right now. Inky, gamer girl, gamer boy, yeah, there we go. Unite together. And what else? What's the other one? This one's a bit more battle hardened, a bit more rough. It's etched in, it's scratched. You know what that says? It says prepare for battle. Because Betty Hayward, this is going to be a battle and a half. Oh yeah. So, you ready for the whip? Yeah? Betty, are you ready for the whip to be pulled out? Okay. Here we go. Here we go. There you go. There's your little whip. Oh. Now, of course, you can hold it either way. Or I'll be holding it, not you. The tables haven't turned around that quick. So, don't get mistaken for this being a little lollipop because it's not soft. It's very hard. So it's got a knob on the end, okay? It's a bit, it twangs, okay? So it's a bit wobbly, but I'm sure it's good. It's flexible. Yes, Betty, okay? If it's flexible, it can be used in many ways. So, are you ready, Betty? You want the small whip? Okay. Come on, Betty. Yeah. Looks like I'm going to do an orchestra. Yeah. I'm going to channel those sounds, those screams of pain and discomfort, but turn it in a nice sound of sympathy. 1, 2. Do you hear that, Betty? The whip brushing against your delicate skin. Wow. Here we go again. You feel it as the whip cruises and flows against the wind. 1, 2. Yeah. A few more. Yeah. A few more on that side as well. Come on, Betty. Come on, Betty. One more, Betty. there we go. See, it wasn't that bad, Betty, after all. You were able to take the small whip. And I'm sure with time and practice, you can get a bigger whip. So, Betty Hayward, you're very lucky today because this is not only a whipping session, but also a consultation for the next upgrade whipping. Yeah. Can even do a sneak preview right now. You see this, Betty? This is considered the standard whip, okay? Of course, much larger than what you asked for. Now, this is the thing. If you just simply grab it by the shaft, you'll get the full length. Though, if you run your hand slightly up it, I'm sure someone in the chat said Miss T prefers it going up and down, but we're not at that stage right now. If you just simply hold it higher up like this, there's less surface area, there's less length, okay? The girth, can be squished or widened. If it needs to be widened, it can. So if you just simply hold it like that and a little tap, you should be able to take it and it should be okay. Because at the end of the day, at any point, any time, it's not like you, Betty, have to take it in all the way, right? Probably not the best choice of wording that. You don't have to, be exposed to the full length of the whip. That's basically what I was saying. So, this whip looks like it's ready. Whoa, calm down, whip. Whoa, calm down, whip. Wow. Something seems to be a little bit off today. This whip is a little bit wild and unpredictable. I've never been in a situation like this before. Whip, what are you doing? You pointing towards Betty? Yeah? You want to get a bit closer? Whoa, hold on. Let go. Whip. There we go. I think this whip needs taming, don't you? And I think, Betty, you can tame the whip. Come on, whip. What have you got? You ready for it? Yeah? Whoa, Black Betty. Whoa, Black Betty. Calm down. Yeah, you see what I just did there? You see what I just did there? I think this whip can be renamed Black Betty. Yeah? In honor of Betty Hayward. Come on. Come on, Betty. Yeah. Betty? Yeah. Come on, one more, Betty. Good. Now, apologies because I did not warn you earlier. Hopefully, you've got your hand on your head to prevent the hair being whipped off, literally. Okay, we do not want that. Couple more, Betty. Yeah, Betty. Come on, Betty. You go, girl. That's exactly how you do it. Yeah, making it look so effortlessly as your hair is glowing and blowing in the wind. Oh my God. And you know what? We don't even need to do a whipping to make the skin seem more alive, to draw the blood up to the cells, because at the end of the day, Betty, you're a modern day inspiration. Your skin is glowing 24/7. You're like the North Star. Everyone orbits around you and is guided to you. Wow. Yeah, come on, Betty. Come on, Betty. Yeah? Yeah? There we go. Now, this is the thing. I'm also taking in consideration not too many whips, because if Betty needs to appear on different shows and be around Mr. X or anyone else, she needs to be able to sit down comfortably without being in too much discomfort. So I did take that into mind. Don't worry, Betty. It'll be fine. It's all under control. So I think that rounds that up. As you can see, I don't look like a tomato this time because Betty was able to restrain herself from slapping me, okay? I appreciate that. That's good of you, Betty. So, of course, leave your review down below. How did it go, okay? Was it reasonable? Do you think you can take more next time? Do you feel like you're ready for the next upgrade? Let me know, and I'm sure arrangements can be made. So now I think it's time to move on to the next talking point, a more serious, important matter regarding Lance Kelly being swatted by the police because of someone watching in the background and had it in for Lance. I want to provide a backstory to what happened and how I heard about it to begin with, and then we can transition on from there with a video clip of the moment the swatting took place, okay? Share your thoughts down below, too. So it happened yesterday. Can't remember the exact time, but it was later on into the afternoon, I would say. Maybe going into the evening. Yeah, it was going into the evening, UK time. And I was just finishing off editing the video from last night and, you know, just doing the odd post about it. And the next thing, Tom Evans does leave a comment talking about, have you heard about Lance's live stream? He shut down salty pancakes in it. Now, when I heard it at the time, I was like, oh, what? A live call-in? Some kind of live panel? Because I remember in the past when Jim Terry shut down salty pancakes, but it was such a weird scenario. Some of you will remember it, and yeah, when Jim Terry was doing some kind of live stream, normal call-in show, some person called on in, and it was salty pancakes trying to be in disguise, putting on a different voice. He tried using a different accent, which failed very badly. The moment you hear Pancakes talk, you can never unhear it. Even if he tries changing his voice or putting a different accent on, you know it's him. That explains why down the line he ended up using voice changes, actual voice changes, because he couldn't get the job done himself. I understand now. But more so about this recent one with Lance Kelly, I went over to Lance Kelly's channel, in which he was still live streaming for a couple of hours, I think, by the end of it. And obviously, you had the live chat present, but not much was going on there. Take in mind, from at least my point of view, even if I did rewind the video back, the actual live chat doesn't rewind, okay? Because it's a live chat. You can't rewind that. You can scroll up to a certain point, but you know, if you really want to check the live chat replay, you have to watch the whole live video after it's ended live. So when you just simply watch it as a standard video, and then the live chat will be there, and then you can rewind or fast forward, and then it will show in the correct timestamp, okay? Though Lance Kelly doesn't always seem to save his live chats. There is an option to tick in the YouTube studio section. That's why if you were to see my live video premieres, if you're rewatching the video, you can see the live chat still present on screen, okay? Just in case you weren't aware. So by the time I joined, obviously, I didn't see Pancake's involvement or presence, but as a heads up, Pancakes was live streaming or reposting the live stream of Lance Kelly's video onto Pancake's own Facebook page, okay? Pancakes has been known to do that with Jim Terry, I think. So just a little observation to point out there, a few little crossovers. So I was watching the live stream, not much was going on. Lance was walking about in circles or something, talking about the case and just in general situations and about the car or something, sent to the mechanics, needs to be fixed, one of the radiator valves or cables or something. And I guess we were just waiting in between. And then I must have been doing stuff in the background, playing a game or, you know, carrying on with the editing. And then I think I actually missed it the first time, which was typical. Because when I clicked back on it, I saw the 2 police cars and I was like, oh, were they just passing by? And then next thing, I think it was Lance or in the comments, it said about, oh my God, I can't believe you got swatted. And then I was like, swatted? Oh, that's what it was about. I rewind it slightly and it showed the police approaching him, or a police officer approaching him, questioning him about suspicious, threatening behaviour, shouting and screaming, threatening to hurt people. That's what the accusations were, right? And that's why the police went down to investigate. So something like that, maybe to some, is shocking. Is it a shock to me? First of all, is it a surprise to me that Lance Kelly was targeted in some way? No. Is it a surprise to me this type of event has taken place? I wasn't expecting it, okay? For the length of the time the case has gone on for, I've not really seen anything like this, but I have seen it elsewhere. It more so happens on Twitch, not YouTube. Normally on the Twitch platform, you got the streamers. It can be gamers doing live streams, or they're just chatting live streams, that type of thing. Does it happen to males more than females? Maybe, right? But normally this whole swatting normally takes place with popular big streamers with an established following. High subscribers, high viewers, the well-known, right? And people in the background, the odd viewer, will call the police on them and make a false report, false claim. They may be acting anonymous to get away with it themselves, but they'll make a false call to the police, so the police go round to the streamer's house during that live stream, and then it's all documented. Maybe done as a joke, trolling, messing about, right? Is it normal for it to happen there? It's not right, but it kind of makes sense. You got so many people watching. Out of all those people, at least one or two will be idiots and do dark things, right? I get that. And because you're the more popular you are, the more of a target you are, right? But it may not be to do with an actual personal grudge, more so just a prank, okay? Now, you apply it to Lance Kelly. Is Lance Kelly, his channel, popular? To an extent, yeah. Is it like really full-on established and really popular, has a big following, a big audience, lots of subscribers? No. Okay? More than mine, yes, but not on a big scale. Okay? One of my, I don't even call it contacts, but one of the peoples that is subscribed to me, who watches some of my videos from time to time, and I watch his, is Exploring Abandoned Mines in Unusual Places. He follows me. He has over 400,000 subscribers and over 42 million channel views. He's received death threats over time, right? Maybe because of the places he's explored, gone into, and just more so that he's got a big following. He's more known. The more known you are, the more of a target you become, right? So there's that. Though, you can still be a target even if you are a smaller channel. You can simply be a target even as a viewer, right? Just like how people recently have talked about with them breaking away from Pancake's channel. Even as a viewer, when you don't create videos and you don't really have a following, you can still be targeted, right? But the people that target you, their motives differ. And I would say on a bigger scale, bigger channel, popular, big following, you're going to be swatted, or you could be swatted, and the motive is because it's messing about, it's a prank, having fun, trolling. If you're a smaller channel and not well known, and if you're swatted, there's a higher chance that the person that swatted you and did it was because they have an issue with you on a more personal level. Maybe they're obsessed with you. Maybe they have a grudge against you, okay? And I think that's the case with Lance Kelly, right? Someone or some people are after him, right? And it wouldn't be a surprise because in the early days, Ty Corbin as well, both Ty and Lance did say they were threatened. They were threatened by people when they were going out there searching. And I believe this was mentioned and talked about on one of the Zav Girls live stream interviews with Ty Corbin and Lance Kelly at the time. So maybe those threats back then have carried over since, right? Because Lance has continued trying to search for Dylan Rounds and some other people in between, right? And if you're threatened because whoever wants you to stop and you continue, it's just going to aggravate things. It's going to make them maybe more determined, more frustrated, and, you know, more backlash down the line, right? You shouldn't have to back down. You shouldn't have to step down. And obviously Lance continued, which is good of him in that way, though obviously it's led to events like this, being swatted. I feel before we go any further behind it to whom could be responsible, right? Let me play you a short clip of the event when it actually happened, so you can see it in its natural, raw format.
What's going on? Oh, just doing a little live stream. Okay.
Here.
So people called in saying that they're concerned you threaten to kill people and stuff like that.
Yeah, so I'm a YouTuber. We go out and search for Dylan Rounds, the missing kid in Lucin, Utah.
Okay.
Yeah, so there's people that stalk and harass us. So, yeah, well, so this is an example of us getting swatted. So,
Swatted?
Yeah, I've never threatened or done anything like that. We got 67 people here watching us. We're all just having a good time, enjoying the weather.
Okay. So someone called in and said that they were concerned just because you're taking pictures, well, recording, obviously, and threatening to kill people.
Yeah, never done any. This is all recorded and this is right up on YouTube, so this is going out for thousands of people. So
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's just the only reason we're making contact with you, just because of what people said. So
my name's Lance. Yeah.
Officer Althoff.
Nice to meet you. Yeah.
Nice to meet you too. So that's the only reason to make contact with you. You have a last name, Lance?
Kelly. And
Kelly?
Yeah. So our car broke down when we were looking for Dylan, actually. So.
All right, you're shaking.
Yeah. No, it's just like it's just a little unsettled. Like, you know, like I just wasn't prepared to have the cops get called on me. So.
Yeah, what were you yelling? Just out of curiosity, or were you even yelling?
Yeah, I haven't been yelling. Yeah, sorry. Oh, yeah, well, I was going to say, because that person's probably made other false reports about us, so it's going to be something that we take legal action on because...
so somebody that you probably know?
Yeah, okay. He's called animal control on us and all this stuff, so...
Okay.
So you saw the footage there. You know, some of you may have not seen it before. That's why I just wanted to give the backstory of it, of how it played out and what was talked about. I will provide a link crediting the channel of Lance's and his video down below in the comment section if you wish to view the full-length video again. But yeah, you heard what was talked about. Police turned up pretty quick. I think the backstory possibly behind why the police turned up is, I don't know if there's any correlation with salty pancakes, because I joined too late, right, to probably understand the full picture, and I couldn't look back either because the live chat wasn't there after. But I think how it was worded by Lance was salty pancakes came on saying whatever. I don't know if it was spamming the same type of stuff like in my chat at the time, but came on in. I guess Lance Kelly shut him down with facts or information, whatever it may be, because I heard Lance in the live stream saying how, has Salty Pancakes got anything right? Every bit of information, every bit of talk he's been wrong on and got it wrong and was incorrect, and yet he's within Utah and still gets it wrong. That's what Lance was, I guess, getting at. And I think it was just shortly after that, that's when the police turned up. So there's a bit of coincidental time in there. You shut someone down, you make them look stupid, and then what? Retaliation. So you get swatted. You know, the person that made that call reporting Lance to the police, was it someone from the area where Lance was at or someone kind of nearby? I mean, Pancakes is in Utah, so that could apply there. What about anyone else? Any Montello locals that might have it in for Lance Kelly? Maybe a possibility. One thing Lance did say when he was being questioned by that police officer was, you know, first of all, you could tell that Lance was a little bit startled because, you know, you wouldn't be expecting that and you don't really want to be in that situation either. You know, even the officer noticed he was a little bit shaky, but that's perfectly normal. But after that part, that's when Lance came in and responded how it's happened in the past. We'll have to seek legal action, and, you know, it could be the person in the past that also called in some people to do an inspection on the animals where they live, their farm. Now, who would do that and some kind of animal inspection, right? I'm not sure if that was what Lance was referring to with Ty Corbin. If anyone can correct me, feel free to do so. But I'm sure in the past, Lance Kelly accused Ty Corbin of calling animal services or animal protective services on Lance Kelly. So they went down to his farm and checked in because there were accusations or assumptions that Lance wasn't looking after his animals and accusations that Lance killed and eat his dog or something. I don't know where it like all originated, but it's just been spread around with time, and it does pop into the chat here and there still to this day. Seems a bit far-fetched, a bit extreme. I guess when the services went round to check on in, there wasn't anything odd to see, I believe, and it just ended like that. So I guess a false report then, a false report now. Is there a link? Is it the same exact person? It seems evident that there is at least an individual out there or group that have a grudge, an obsession with Lance Kelly, right? You get some of the earthworm infotainment viewers and audience members, some of them that branch on elsewhere to other channels and then call out those other channels for simply questioning Lance Kelly, such as my channel, right? There's been a couple of Lance Kelly supporters that have come on over to me and criticised me for my coverage, and yet all I've done is simply balanced it out, giving strengths and weaknesses, questioning the individual or the findings by the individual. And that's not exclusive to Lance. It can apply and has been applied to anyone and everyone in the case, okay? It's not a witch hunt. It's simple questioning and observations made. It's not the end of the world. And you compare that, observations and questioning, compared to whoever out there directly reporting the Lance to the police and doing a SWAT during a live stream. You know, most likely the person or group was watching Lance Kelly's live stream at the time. But ultimately, what was the whole point of it? You know, the end result. Because you got to take in mind, whilst Lance Kelly is doing the live stream, everything is documented and recorded live. What he says, what he does, how he behaves. And as you saw, all Lance was doing was walking about, talking, not shouting, not threatening, not hurting anyone. And yet the claims made were that he was causing trouble, that he was threatening. And yet the actual video footage proves he wasn't. He was innocent in that situation. So, you know, if there's a reason behind it, that if it was Ty Corbin responsible for it, or if it was Salty Pancakes responsible for the swatting, or if it was another stranger, a nobody out there, whoever it may be, what was the actual aim and point of it? If it was in the mindset and perspective that they wanted to call the police on Lance because they supposedly have knowledge or information on Lance, criminal activity or something going against the laws, whatever, you want to seek justice, but is that the right way to go about things, by making false reports and false claims? I don't think so, because all it does, it ruins the credibility of yourself. So if you ever do report anything down the line, if they know who you are, and like if they know you were the one that reported it in the first place, are the police going to listen to you next time? Probably not, right? If people, because I'm sure there'll be like other ways around it, more legal, more appropriate ways of either spreading awareness of a situation or of a person, without going down the, you know, dodgy route. You get what I'm saying? Kind of time back with the pancake situation in the Dylan Rounds case or not. You got information on this, you know that's going on, that form of criminal activity, you receive this, you receive that, but you're not really doing much with it. You're not really reporting it to the police. What's the actual point? You know, it could be used, it could be helpful in some way, right? So these people out and about that may know something about Lance, whatever it may be, and it's negative, you know, making a false call isn't going to fix that, is it? There might be other ways around it. I'm just talking on that condition, that perspective, that viewpoint, okay? Overall, I guess, majority opinion would be whether you agree or disagree with Lance and his searches for Dylan Rounds. Getting swatted during a live premiere, a live stream, is a bit unnecessary. And it also feels a little bit coincidental how some individuals did make their presence known and was shut down, and then it led suddenly to the police turning up. Makes you think. And, you know, at the end of the day, just as a side note, whilst you do have these channels out there that might cause trouble, go against TOS, they're not helping the case, or they're causing unnecessary disturbances or disruption to people trying to solve it, and anything else in between. I just feel like, who's worse, them or some of the viewers, right? I mean, like, let's say in the pancakes scenario, in the mindset of other people, some people think there is something wrong with pancakes in here. If that truly is the case, maybe he can't control himself. But doesn't that make some of the viewers on his channel worse? That some of the viewers on his channel who may not have issues, or not specifically, or not as many issues here, and yet they still support and encourage pancakes to continue on. You get what I'm saying? Is that the type of influence you want behind you? People that will encourage you to keep on going, encourage you to do this and to do that for the wrong reasons. And because you can't control yourself, the other people allow it to go on. That either makes them arguably just as bad as the individual out of control, or if not worse, because they know it could be considered wrong, but they're allowing it to happen and encouraging it for it to continue. Does that make sense to you? Maybe that can apply anywhere with other situations on YouTube or on different platforms where there may be a following, right? Obviously, the person who runs the channel and does the videos or talks about this and starts the discussions, they should hold some form of accountability, of course. But the people that back it in the background, they become part of the problem in a way, right? I mean, kind of on the spot right now, like when coming across resistance, I gotta defend myself to an extent. It's normal to do. It's worthwhile doing, right? And when it comes to these accounts that do show up with time, that probably should be reported, I can't be telling viewers to outright directly report whoever, wherever, fire at will. That'd be a bit too corrupt, right? But a suggestion, a prompt, oh, did you know about this account? Did you know about that individual causing trouble? You know, what do you think about it? Something like that. Still being honest, although you may be dealing with some serious and possible dangerous people within this case community of Dylan Rounds, it's still not as toxic as the Kenny Veach community. I say that with confidence and certainty. The Kenny Veach community, with time, has been dirtied, has been a breeding ground of degeneracy, people that will cause defamation, slander, the lot, okay? One account that has harassed me for over 2 years, defamation, slander, questioning my research in an unprofessional way, using photos, videos of me without my consent, constantly breaking YouTube TOS, constantly changing their usernames and constantly returning back onto YouTube and repeating the same thing over and over again. That is problematic. You get me? I will provide a link down below in the chat. Whether you're from the Kenny Veach case continuing over, or people right now in the Dylan Rounds case, or people simply in the darkest depths lurking in the background of this video, make sure to check out the link provided in the chat right now. click on it, view it, and that is the account that has harassed me, gone against multiple terms of services for 2+ years. Okay? They are a degenerate, but they do require some form of consequences, right? So if anyone does report the account, do it appropriately under the right conditions and terms. False reports aren't natural or good, as we've seen with the Lance Kelly situation. Okay? You'll see a short video on that user's account where it questions the research as well as defamation towards me and my research. This is very serious, but also very important, right? You're dealing with missing people out there, and you've got rats, and if not rats, you have cancerous atoms wandering this earth, undoing that progress. That is a problem, and that problem needs to be sorted out. Okay? So once again, click that link. Don't worry, it's not a dodgy link. Just a link to the channel that's been harassing me for over 2 years. And it's not to do with Dylan Rounds either. Wow, don't you think? So, what time are we at? Okay. Let me know your thoughts though, down below, to what you think about the Lance Kelly situation. Do you think it was deserved or not? In my opinion, I feel it's obvious. It was unnecessary. It was not needed. What good did it do? Didn't really lead to anything, right? Could it have been a prank, bit of messing around, degenerative style behaviour? I mean, could be a possibility, you know, with these weird edits left, right and centre, people taking the piss out of one another, you know, it's kind of like no holds barred, right? All kinds of wackiness going on with time. I've noticed in recent time, Kaylee talks a lot quicker now. Don't know why. I don't know what moves faster, her mouth or the noise emitted from it. But yeah, I mean, I'll just acknowledge one thing, okay? Shout out to all the regular viewers for being very patient in recent time, okay? I know you can't always be covering Dylan Rounds 24/7, understandably, but, you know, still people that continue to watch, but also the people that are patient in the process of waiting for the next video, and also some of the people that simply put up with the chaos at times in the chat. It's good of them to do that. As for, you know, people that have come on in recent time, you know, like Dale, Graham Knott, I guess Bette, Hayward, Guidance, anyone else? There will be a couple, of course. I can't remember everyone's name. You know, they've come on in. They've not caused any trouble towards me. So that's good. That's good of them. Okay, yeah, the chats have been a bit chaotic, but that's just because of the themes and talking points. As not a prediction, but as a heads up before it's even happened, all I hope is that when transitioning back to focus on Dylan Round specific videos, that if some people do follow, that they don't start causing the trouble there as well, because then it does become a bit problematic, as we have seen previous times when we have tried doing dedicated videos to Dylan Rounds only. The odd few pancake viewers back then did cause a bit of unnecessary disturbance, and that was unfortunate and disappointing because it was a serious video, important talking points, and it felt like it was lost on deaf ears. Of course, there were still people that did take it in, the regular viewers, but slightly disrupted by others. Whereas times like this, where it could be disrupted, it's like, well, the video itself, it's just like a talking point, it's a discussion time, so it's not as bad, right? But when you do get those more, like these more focused moments, right, it's always good that there's a bit of focus as well in the chat. so people can fully understand what's going on, right? As for Bette Hayward, the good thing with Bette Hayward is, like, there'll be times where things are said and she's able to click, she's able to roll with it. So if like something's randomly said on the spot, a scenario, a statement, some kind of joke, or just saying something random, and she goes with it, she's got the flow, which is really good. And of course, Bette Hayward, Miss T Guidance, Dale, they've got a good sense of humour as well, is also another positive, because obviously within this case or this community, at times people have, some out there have had a bit of a short fuse or got their underpants in a twist, like Mama Down Under, when simply making an observation or being a bit lighthearted, and people didn't seem to get that. Though I guess some of these Jim Terry viewers, people crossing on over, got a bit more of a sense of humour, I guess. So appreciate that. I think now what we'll do, let's just casually go on the maps just to, I guess, finish off, okay? We'll get a bit dodgy. Right, here we are on the maps, going straight on in. Got a storm outside, heavy rain in real life. Leave a comment down below what the weather is like for you right now. But what about Miss T? No, unless Miss T owns Utah, maybe. Well, guidance, okay? We've got to look out for these key places. So guidance. It's guidelines. I think I need some guidelines on how to spell. Guidance, Utah Healing Center, Mental Health Clinic. I wonder if Pancakes is already there. Very quiet regarding Utah. How disappointing. Might have to just type in USA. USA, Bette Hayward. Come on, Bette. Don't let me down. Come on, Bette. Let's see. What the hell? Black Bear Diner, Hayward. Oh my god, oh my god, Bette. Hayward's adult school. Adult school for what? Learning about adult stuff? What? And practicing some adult techniques? Interesting. Oh my god! Cookies Hayward Cannabis. What? U-Haul of Hayward. My god, Bette, you have been busy. So much going on right now. Wow. Where do we even begin? I think we should go to Bette Hayward's Black Bear Diner. Let's see what's going on here. Okay, so we've got a black bear saying, welcome back. I never left. So what? Is this like you walk into the place and then you're greeted by a bear? Gives you a bear hug from behind, possibly. Hopefully there's some bears inside. Black Bear Diner. Oh my god, Bette Hayward, you got some little fancy, cute little flags. Yeah, it's really nice. And it makes it as a dual purpose, because if you ever come across anyone that becomes petty or annoying, you can pull that flag out and shove it where the sun doesn't shine. So it's got its multi-purposes. So I guess these are sandwiches. I don't know if Americans call sandwiches something else. I don't know at this point. But yeah, reasonable, I guess. I think it's from a baguette. Oh no. Oh my god, Bette. I know you're about being healthy and clean eating, but this is too clean for me. There's no meat. Where's your real food gone? Where's the real stuff? It's all too light. Not quite it. But wow. Oh my god. We've reached new levels here. That could be considered a soup, but because of the way it is, and you know, you got this stuff to dip in, it looks like we've got a massive dip pick. How often can you say you've been exposed to a big dip pick? Not often, right? When we've been to KFC, when we've been to Little Caesars, it's been the odd one or two small little dips. But no, Bette Hayward delivering with an XL dip pick. Perfect, Bette. So proud of you. Inspiration. Let's move on. Love Black Bear Diner. Feed your inner bear with goodies delivered to your inbox. Oh, you know what? They could have like worded it a little bit better. They could have said, "Feed your inner beast." Yeah, yeah. Bear lovers. E Club. Oh no. Yeah, I remember last night, whether it be Miss T or Inky calling pancakes out as almost like an e-girl, going on the internet and advertising, come to my link tree and support me here, and eventually support me on OnlyFans, because I'm an e-girl. But in his case, he's an e-pancake. We got e-bears as well. My God. They're getting hairier by the day. It's too much to handle. Let's move on. Okay, so got a bit more food here, but I don't know what's going on here. This is literally like someone's sat on the food, okay? Beside me almost sitting on a cat, I've never really sat on food, so I guess I've done something right. But that is very flat. I mean, what's gone on here, okay? And then, is that an omelette maybe? And some hash, is it some hash? I don't know the American term. Is that like an omelette? Yeah. Why do you have to keep serving a bloody lemon on the side? Ew. Too toddy. Yeah, it's such a toddy thing to put on it. My God. And of course, we've got like a bread bun something type thing, which you'd see from KFC, which is normally rejected on the sideline, as usual. Oh, we're already leaving. Where's the black bear? I wanted to meet the black bear, which was inside. I've not seen it yet. Looks like someone's released their load on this chicken. Poor chicken. It's suffocated. Fucking lemon. Oh no! I know what's I know what is gonna happen now. We've had the towel apocalypse, right? We've had the dip pick apocalypse. Now we're having the lemon apocalypse, where it's appearing all over the bloody place on every single plate of food, man. I do not need this. What do you have here? Who's that? Wait, no joke. That on the TV screen, that looks like Confluence. Confluence's profile picture in the chat earlier. I think it must just be the hair or the hat. I don't know. Sorry, Confluence. It just looks very similar. Oh my God, these chairs are reinforced. You've been getting ideas from fucking Weedleby. Yeah, you got to reinforce that stuff or it's going to break on itself. Oh, there's the bear. There's the black bear stuck on top. Oh, can we get closer to it? We need to have an interview with that bear. Come on, someone take a photo of it. No, not that. Black Bear Diner. Okay. That's probably one of the cleanest burgers I have seen through these photos. Might not be the best looking, but it's one of the cleanest lookings. It's not messy. I mean, we went through that phase where it looked like a lot of people were fingering their food. It was just massacred, all fingerprints and holes within it. Like, why? Okay. Oh, no. No, why? Is that a pancake? Oh, fuck. Looks like the pancakes have infiltrated us once again. No. With a lemon! Why are they putting a lemon on everything? Oh, my God. I mean, oh, this is so stupid. I bet they put lemons in the urinals in the toilets as well. In fact, they probably get the lemons from the urinal toilets and put them on the plates. That's why they look all scrunched up. Gives you a nice refreshing taste of piss. That's exactly what you want when eating, right? But, you know, I guess counteract, this pancake has no salt, just cream and strawberries. Okay? Is it whipped cream? I don't know. Take a closer look if you wish to. Right, what do we have next? We have, oh my God, a massacred salad. Yeah, Bette Hayward delivering with the dip picks again. Come on, Betty. But this chicken looks like it's been chewed and spat right out. Not good. But at least the salad's fresh. Yeah. What's this? Oh my God. What's going on here? Oh my God, the bears are evolving faster than the human race. The bears have learned how to pilot planes. God, look at that. Yeah, hey, Daddy. Yeah, Daddy, you're flying the plane real good. I'm so proud of you. Good for you. Okay. I've still yet to see the proper bear that comes on in. You walk through, it starts growling away. Okay. I'm not talking about Wes. Okay, Wes. But the bears. Can I do a bear sound? You know, some people want the animal impressions here and there. I could try. A grizzly bear growling away. Okay, so we've got some black coffee. Yeah, we've got some black coffee. That's really what we need. Yeah, Inky. Yeah, Inky. You're looking directly at this black coffee. You need it at this point. All those gaming sessions and late night bingo callings is gonna drain you dry. You need to get that coffee and consume it fast. Get your daily fix. Increase your energy intake, man. Come on, Inky. You can do it, Inky. Black Bear Diner. Right. Desserts. Oh, Bette Hayward and her cream pies. I wondered when it would come. That's probably the worst choice of wording and sentencing right there. But as you know, you got to go with the flow, just like the flow of that whipped cream. Quite a lot of it as well. Look at that. Banana. Oh, Gorilla Jack. Weedleby. You covered. You want a banana cream pie? You got it. You want a chocolate cream pie? You got it. Hopefully it is chocolate and nothing else. You want coconut? You got that too. Perfect. Really good. We got the sugar bear. Oh my God, is this a new form of currency? Does that mean I don't need to find a sugar mom? I can find a sugar bear? Hey, sugar bear, can you give me some more honey? Yeah? No more money. I just need some honey. Yeah. But I'm sure someone will create the conspiracy and say, what, you need a sugar bear? You don't want money, you want honey? And then they come to some kind of cryptic conclusion about, oh my God, American honey, she's got fucking facial hair, she's like Bigfoot. Oh my God, she is the bear, she will provide the honey. Oh my God. It's like, calm down. Pour American honey. Give American honey some space to breathe. Oh my God. But just to reiterate on a serious note, shout out to American Honey if she is watching. Appreciate it. Let's just move on. Blackberry cobbler. Fucking hell, cobbler. Don't you worry, mate. I just realised. Crikey, mate. I can't even get my fucking mouth going. Right on. So I just realised that some people last night were saying that fucking Graham. Yeah, Graham not. He's actually an Aussie from Australia. Fucking hell, Australian man. Crikey. Graham, why did you not tell me this earlier on? I could have addressed you in a proper Australian accent, man. You know, as Andrew Culver, but he's, you know, New Zealand. It'll do, man. But not the full-on experience right on. So, shout out to fucking Graham not trying to untangle himself. This is going to take some time, mate. Don't worry, mate. If you can untangle a kangaroo's tail in a knot, I'm sure you can do it yourself. All in control, man. Oh my God, it has some little apple pie. Oh my God. Granny Tara, Granny Pack and Go has been baking some little apple pies. Yeah, so scrumptious. Let's move on. So Bette Hayward's place is delivering, and here we go. Bette Hayward providing the steaks, probably a one-off special for when Mr. X visits. You know, that service needs to be provided. The full VIP iPhone membership. Come on, Betty. You know all about it. Yeah, fucking expert membership. Purple glowing presents. Allow the masked man of mystery and intrigue to come on in and devour this steak. Because you know what? Bette Hayward, when a steak is provided, if it's under 9 inches, then it ain't done right. Just like how Mr. X would say. Yeah, come on. Let's move on. And there is actually a knife underneath it. So that's great. If you want to pull that knife out and put it elsewhere in someone else's back, then that's always a possibility. What else do we have here? I think that's a potato. Oh, no. Oh, my God. The potato has been split down the middle. Ouch. Got some little veggies, Some little chopped up carrots. Oh my god. Is that because they're hard to fit in the mouth, so you just cut them up into small little pieces? That's really thoughtful. That's really thoughtful, Betty. That's really good of you. Okay, we've got the burger again. We've seen that. Oh my god, yes! This is the best place to be sitting. The little bear pit. Yeah. What's this? Do not feed the bears. Oh. As if, you know. Of course you're going to be feeding these bears. Look at them. I mean, I guess the good thing is, and yeah, it's a bit dodgy, at least these bears don't have their mouths open. Because as you know, from some of the dodgy people from Montello or Utah in general, they probably come down here and think, oh, there's a hole in the bear. Let me just insert this. No coin today. I've got something else for you. Whoa, easy there, boy. Yeah. That wouldn't be good. And as well, if that sort of stuff did happen, I'm sure there'd be numerous calls to the police, to the paramedics, to come down and unhook someone who's got stuck inside of it. Yeah. Luckily, we're not going to have that issue here. So that's all good. Holiday pies. Oh my god, that's great. We got another bear there. Oh my god. Yeah, I don't blame you, Bear. That's the same facial expression I had if I was in the same room as Kathy Waters. Completely shocked. I don't know what he sat on. Interesting. Is that it? Are the photos? Oh, what a shame. Oh, well. So, Black Bear Diner, Hayward, Betty Hayward, is rolling on. Shout out. Right, so I tried searching this one as well, but no results either. So, who can save the day, huh? Who can save the day? I call Inky. Inky, can you do it? Come on, Inky. Surely you got a place. Oh, here we go. What's this? Online only Japanese confectionery. What's that got to do with Inky? I think that's trying to surpass. I think the Chinese spies are coming on in now, hacking all over the place. Oh God, this cannot be it. What do we have here? OnlyFans? Inky's authentic Philadelphia cheesesteaks and hoagies. Okay. Inky's Italian foods. Oh my god, Inky, I didn't know you had an Italian side to you. Wow. You're so full of surprises. Oh, we're in Ohio. Oh god, everything's different in Ohio, man. Let's see how this goes. Inky's food. Oh my god, girl. You need to fix your sign. It should be glowing pink and purpley. What? Oh, that's for the nighttime life? I'm sorry. I'm kind of out of touch. What do we have here? Oh, there we go. The Ingorvia family welcomes you. Thank you. Mamma mia, let me in right now. I want to see what's in here. Oh, you cannot have Italian place without the pizza. Fantastico. You get the pizza slice. It's fantastic. It's coated very well. It looks cooked really well. There's no burnt pieces. I am pretty impressed. Well done, Inky. Serving up the pizzas, doing a good job. Why does that look like the Indian flag when I look at it quickly? I don't know. Oh my mummy, what is that? See, I'm not Italian. I'm not an expert. When I look at that, I think, ew. But I'm sure Italians would be slapping me left, right, and centre and shove me in a fucking guitar case and dump me in the ocean. What, man? What's this? It looks like someone's had a liver transplant and it's been left on the side. Not even put in the ice bath. How rude. Let's move on. There we go. Got some bread of some sort with some cheese upon it and some tomato sauce. People are going to be very insulted by descriptions of this. Some soup, tomato soup. Yeah, all thick and lumpy. Is that how you like it? Okay, let's move on. Got some pasta noodle stuff, pasta stuff, prawns in it. Okay, too fishy for me. Where's the dodgy photos? Like, what the hell is this? Some decimated pizza with too much on it. Oh my god, so hard to handle. Wow, gonna be all over the place. A little salad. Oh, it's really nice. Ew, you dirty ass bitch. Leaving some of it on the side of the menu. Disgusting. Stop spraying it all over the place. Ew. Let's move on. Oh no, Inky. Where's all the people turned up? You know, there's no one there. Oh no, Inky. I think I know why. Yeah, you know exactly who I am, Inky. I'm the guy that stole all your bingo balls, or supposedly I thought I stole your bingo balls because, you know, I've lost my marbles, so I need to compensate for something, man. I need to compensate for something, so I just stole them. I'm sorry, Inky. Yeah, it's just one of those things. What are you gonna do? Yeah, do something. Maybe. Let's move on. Oh my god, what's going on here? Is this chicken? What is going on with those legs? Are they frog legs? No, they can't be frog legs. Chicken legs? It looks very amateur. Oh no! Not again. The fucking lemon has returned. I only thought the lemon pandemic was exclusive to Bette Hayward's Black Bear restaurant, but no, Inky has incorporated it as well. You know, what's going on behind the scenes? I don't know, man. But it's getting too out of hand. Look at that. Very interesting. Let's move on. Much going on here? Not much. Little wicker basket. Oh, wicker basket! You know, that comes from Taiwanese. Made in Taiwan. What a really nice price. Fine price for a good price. Fine. 99p basket. Come here right now, big boy. You want it? Yeah, you want it. You'll go to get it. 99p. One time on offer. Long time, long see. One life, long life. Yeah, buy one, get one free. Yeah, very good. There you go. There's Taiwanese voice. Inky's Bellini. What the hell's that? Okay, serving Toledo for over 60 years. Oh my god, Inky going for the dark red, pinkish, aesthetic after dark night look theme drink. Yeah, for all those long gaming sessions. Wow, such a naughty drink. Oh my god, Inky, you're such a naughty person. Look at that. Wow. And even a cherry on top. Wow. So you can drink and you can pop a cherry at the same time. Very practical. Wow. Don't think anyone's thought of that before. Speaking of them, they appear on the desserts as well. Some kind of cherry. A cheesecake, I assume. Wait, what's that? Oh no, is that the salt and pepper? It doesn't look like pepper to me. Probably black pepper. The salt's almost gone. Good. Some more stuff there. Are they bone fragments? Looks like dried bone to me. Or is it chips gone wrong? I don't know. I don't know what's going on here. Some more dodgy food. Ew, too much salad for me. That's too much. Overdose. I do not want the salad. Is it a pizza slice or something? Is it salad on top of a pizza? Oh my god, what's going on here? Okay, so we've got some more lumps and bumps of food. Oh my god, that glass is like a mega pint. Yeah, we've not seen that for a while. A mega pint. I wonder if Bellavy's familiar with that. Well, she can't be because there's still wine within the glass. So, yeah. Oh my god, a lot of pizza boxes over there. Pizza time. Okay, got some more food there. I'm not really seeing any dodgy amateur shots, though. Until now. Oh, here we go. Almost becoming a decimated burger from the side end. God. Some sauce on the side, the fries, chips, whatever you call them. They look okay. Decent sized. We've got a pathetic excuse of a pizza. What the hell's that? There's literally no toppings on it. It's fucking dry. It's dull. Where's it all gone? It's fallen off. Oh, God. No, you can't do this to me, man. At least we've not got any regurgitated food for once. Is that it? Wow. Well, I think that'll do on a smaller scale today, don't you think? I think that wraps it all up for today, as with what's currently gone down. Is there more to come? Any more chaos Drama, surprises, shocks, maybe. I mean, as long as the Dylan Rounds case continues, considering that's the origins and root cause of where these people came from and certain arguments and ideas, originated, for as long as that continues and the people searching, the tension will always be there, right? And I guess grudges form with time and maybe strengthen and harden. But good news is the next video will be to do with talking about the Dylan Rounds case more specifically. Okay, so people in the chat will probably be glad to hear that type of stuff. And then we see where we are from there. If you do have any comments regarding this video or comments regarding of what's going on right now, list it down below. If you have any questions too, list them in the comment section. Thanks for watching. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Goodbye and good night for now.